Hello, I'm Dave Karger. Welcome to Turner Classic Movies. The 96th Academy Awards ceremony is still a week away, and here on TCM, our 31 Days of Oscar Marathon is still going strong. Today, we're spotlighting movies that earned nominations or wins in the category of Best Actor. Up next, Jimmy Stewart gives an Oscar-nominated performance in a provocative courtroom drama directed by Otto Preminger. It's Anatomy of a Murder, released by Columbia Pictures in 1959, and it was adapted from a novel about a real murder case that took place a few years earlier. Jimmy Stewart plays a small-town lawyer defending an army lieutenant who's been accused of murdering a man who allegedly raped the lieutenant's wife. Stewart always considered his role in this film one of the best and most challenging parts he ever got to play, but his performance was a shock to American moviegoers at the time. They weren't used to seeing the wholesome, all-American Jimmy Stewart engaging in discussions about sex and rape in a movie that boldly used words like intercourse and contraceptives on screen. In 1959, the production code was still in effect in Hollywood, but director Otto Preminger wasn't afraid to push the limits. To further enhance the realistic tone of the film, Preminger chose to cast a real-life lawyer, Joseph N. Welch, as the judge in the courtroom. Welch had become nationally famous a few years earlier for clashing with Senator Joseph McCarthy during the televised Army McCarthy hearings. After making this film, Welch said that it was, quote, almost immoral for Jimmy Stewart to become such a good lawyer without having to work at it, as I did. Stewart's performance also impressed the Academy and earned him the fifth and final Oscar nomination of his career. From 1959, with a top-tier cast that also includes Lee Remick, Ben Gazzara, Arthur O'Connell, Eve Arden, and George C. Scott, Anatomy of a Murder. Anatomy of a Murder was nominated for 7 Academy Awards, including one for Jimmy Stewart as Best Actor, and it was his 5th Oscar nomination. His first came in 1940 for Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, and he won the award in 1941 for The Philadelphia Story. Anatomy of a Murder also earned a nomination for Best Picture, but 1959 was the year of Ben-Hur, which dominated in nearly every category, and Anatomy of a Murder didn't end up taking home a single Oscar. On the other hand, its soundtrack, composed by Duke Ellington, did end up winning 3 Grammy Awards. Ellington had never composed a film score before, but he agreed to do this one even on director Otto Preminger's unusual terms. Preminger liked to have his composers on set to watch the film come together, and Ellington agreed to join the cast and crew on location in Michigan for the production. He even played a bit part in the film, appearing as the pianist called Pie-Eye. Up next, Burt Lancaster gives an Oscar-winning performance in a 1960 drama co-starring Shirley Jones and Gene Simmons.
Next on TCM, Elmer Gantry, then East of Eden, and later, Lincoln. It's Daniel's Day on TCM.